Camp Sharing Meadows is a values-based Christian camp for adults with intellectual disabilities. And so our friends from all across the state of Indiana and even across the country come for a week-long summer camp, 6 weeks during the summer, and we also have weekend mini camps throughout the year, Friday to Sunday. And it's all sponsored by the Share Foundation, an organization that serves residential and vocational and camp needs for people with intellectual disabilities. And it all started really with our founder, Father Blaney, in the 1970s. He was approached after one of his masses by a family with a son with Down syndrome. And they came up to him and said, "Father, what is there for my son with disabilities?" And he said, "You know what? You're right, there isn't much." And so something amazing grew from that, and that was when he started these camps out in Chesterton at Camp Apple Acres. He realized that they had never had the opportunity to be able to spend time with friends and grow in relationship. And so at the end of each camp, after this wonderful opportunity for them, and they were singing, we have a song that we still sing today, That's What Friends Are For, the campers would be weeping. Not because they were sad of, being away from mom and dad, but they were sad that it was over, because for one of the first times in their life, they had an opportunity to have friends, to be over at those sleepovers and have a life of their own. Being Christ-centered in a Christian camp, we spend a lot of time on values. So we may talk about, in our value session every single day after breakfast, we'll talk about concepts like our dignity given to us by God, that we're all made in God's image and we all have great value. We'll talk about things like, what does it mean to be responsible? And so together in that circle, when we gather, some beautiful conversations come about. And then after that, you have a lot of your typical camp activities. We'll do a craft. We have an in-ground swimming pool that has a ramp, and we have plastic wheelchairs so that everybody can go swimming. We have outdoor activities like water fights and wiffle ball games. And Tuesday nights, we have a camp dance where our residents and our campers come together, that we have a professional DJ. And let me tell you, there's no party like a Camp Sharing Meadows dance party. Everything of your typical camp, that's all centered around building community and growing in friendships and having an awesome vacation on our property.
Meeting new friends, having fun, being silly, enjoying all the things, and even the value sessions. I'm a conduit to God. I'm very spiritual. I love everything about camp. It's a good holiday to go on. Bring out the childhood in us. And, just bring lots of fun. God makes everything possible. That's our theme. And everybody trying their best, and they try new things, and no limits to anything. Everybody gets involved trying different things and new things. Challenges, and I got a lot of challenges in my life because I'm legally blind and I'm the youngest of the triplets, and I do a lot of challenges, and I do big steps forward. That's what like a leap of faith, and I keep going, and I'm very courageous and brave, strong.
It's so rewarding. It's not something I thought I would ever do. It's just kind of the Lord led me to this. I was just very called of being able to provide opportunities for people that often get overlooked. So being able to provide them experiences that maybe they've never had, or friendships, it's so amazing with that experience to just be able to facilitate that. I've done that in other ways, but in this way, it's amazing what joy you can bring to them, even with the littlest of things.
When they come to camp, not only are they being served, our friends that are attending camp, but it's also a service to their families, because they know that they're protected and they're in a safe and loving environment, and that we have qualified staff that are taking care of them. We're on a mission of hope, because those families need to hear what we're doing. And all across the country, people are learning of us and wanting what we have here, right here in Northwest Indiana, out in their communities all across the country. And the more that we're able to spread our message, and the more we're driven by that motivation of love, the more people we can reach and the more people we can bring hope to.